And welcome back to Bunters Yard. So we were making some biffa bins a few days back, and I thought it'd be interesting to show the process and how many steps there are to actually get from nothing to a finished bin. So we're just going to show you every part of the process, and we'll actually count the processes as we go, and see how many we get to at the end. I've no idea. I haven't counted them myself. It's going to be quite a few, but let's jump in and let's make a start. So before we even start, obviously first of all we need to get a design of this, and we've got someone to draw our biffa bin for us. But because we're using the same drawing for everyone that we're going to make, we're not going to count this as one of the steps, the actual design part of it. Or as we put it here on the slice, this is chitter box. If you've used this before, we're not going to count this step either. But just want to show you what it looks like when they're on there. So we've pop one on there just to start, and we're just going to copy that. Rather than just making one, we might as well make 20 at the same time. Takes the same amount of time on a resin printer. So there's our 20, let's say, and then we're just going to slice that. Just press the button where it says slice, and we'll send that across to the printer, and we'll wait for them to come out. So let's do that. So we've got our file already sliced, and we can just send it via the Wi-Fi to one of our printers. Let's just drag the file over, and we're going to use this one here, I think, and we're going to send it to printer 1, send, and then we'll pop over to the printer and we'll have a quick look and see what's going on. So after about an hour and 45 minutes, our printer has finished its work, and we've got our first plate on there. If you're interested, this is the Saturn 4, the 12K version, the original version, and we use the Elegoo 8K resin as well. It seems to be a good combination, and we get some nice sharp prints from those. You might notice there's a heater in there as well. We don't necessarily need the heater at the moment, but it just keeps everything at a constant. So we have that on even during the summer. Unless it gets really, really hot, I suppose, then we won't. But it just keeps everything at the same temperature. All the 4 printers we use, they're all exactly the same. I'll turn that off for a minute. And one thing, the next stage we need to do is to drain this off. So you can see there's resin on the edges and on the top of the print there. So what we'll do, if you've got these, always make sure you use the little drip tray. And then Elegoo doesn't provide these anymore. They do with some of the smaller printers, but this just creates a bit of an angle so it drips off nicely. Now I'm not using gloves at the minute because there's no resin on the bits I'm touching, it's only on the build plate. So we just let that drip. So this takes about 10 minutes, and that's that step out of the way. So, just as in any good Blue Peter episode, here's one we prepared earlier. So this has been draining for about 5 or 10 minutes. So we've got most of the sort of loose resin off that we don't need to wash off and waste. So we'll take this and we shall take these off of the build plate. So it's printed, there's about 20 on there, plus the lids as well. And we're just going to get those off. That's it. And then we're going to give these a little wash in our IPA. So this is pure alcohol, or 99.9% alcohol. Pop it in there. And then we'll give this a wash for sort of 4 minutes. So we've got 2 washes. You don't need 2 washes, it's just that's how it's worked with us. So this one is kind of like the dirty wash. As you can see, it's kicked up a little bit already. It's only a few days old, but then it'll go into that wash, which is a lot cleaner, and that'll be our final wash, and that'll get another couple of minutes in there. So we'll count this as one step, although it's two you can see, but we count it as one because we just done it over the top with washing, and we'll come back in a moment. So here's the final wash, just a few seconds to go. And if you look in the top, you can just see the impeller creates a little vortex, and to agitate the IPA to give it a proper wash. That's all done. Give it a quick drain to get rid of any excess IPA. The point of using IPA, isopropyl alcohol, is that being alcohol, it will evaporate really quickly, and these don't then take as long to dry. Let's put them up on the drying rack that we've built. I'll put them face down so that they drain away. Then we'll give them about 10 minutes and they'll be dry, ready for the next part of the process. So once these are dry, we just need to take them off the supports while they're still not fully cured. Now these are designed, you can just give them a little twist and they come off. Sometimes you lose a wheel if you're not careful, but these are quite good with these. More complex shapes, we'd need to cut the supports first, otherwise we'll damage it, but we're just going to take those off. We'll just do the bins for now. And we'll leave that on there for about 4 minutes, I think we'll give those. And this is just UV light, this simulates sunlight, and it will fully cure these and they'll go as hard as they're ever going to be. If you live in sunnier countries, Australia, parts of the States, that sort of thing, you could probably put these on the windowsill or out on the patio, and they would do the same. In the UK, we can't rely on that because otherwise we'd only be able to print for about 2 days a year. So we have to rely on these UV curers. But anyway, just a few minutes and we'll come back to that for the next stage. Right, now on to paint. So I find it easier if we just stick these on a piece of card, or these are little MDF bats that we've made. Oops, let's try that again. Okay. There we go. So we'll use the biffers on there, just to hold them just while we give them our paint. Let's crack them on there, really quick bee. And at the same time we can do the lids as well. I'm going to paint them in black. And I put these on at an angle just so that every face is showing. If you put them side by side, sort of parallel, then you'll find it difficult to paint in between them. If you're only doing one, it doesn't really matter, obviously. So we're going to take these away, put some colour on these. We'll do them outside today. It's quite nice and sunny, and lots of airflow out there. So we'll quickly paint these, and we'll come and watch anyway. So we're just using these high coat car paints for this. This is a Van Post Office Red. We've let these dry for sort of 15-20 minutes. They're nice and dry now. I've just got one lid and one bin just to show you the next couple of stages. So we need to paint in the wheels. I find it easier to paint them with a brush, because I'm just going to touch them in. and then we'll do the others, and then we'll come back and we'll paint in the steel pieces that hold the wheels onto the bin. Now the tyres have dried. We just need to touch in the sort of aluminium axle hanger type things, whatever they are. I'm sure they've got a proper name, which I can't think of at the minute. We're going to use these real colour markers from AK, so we're using aluminium for this particular one, and it's quite a small detail, but we'll be as careful as we can not to go over the edge and onto the tyres. Just remember to do the inside as well, and then we'll flip it over and do the other side. And that's that bit done for now. Once that's all dry, we are going to add the logo to the front. Now these we printed ourselves. On as a water slide. One. That probably look a bit more difficult than it should have been, I think. But anyway. So, as you know, just make it a little bit wet. Put it on there. We'll give it a second to release the water slide. While that's doing that, we use a microset or decal set or whatever brands you use. This just softens the decal when it gets on there and makes it sort of conform to the contours. I think my paintbrush might have been dirty. Now once that's had a bit of a soak, you can see it's just starting to move around. We'll pop it on there. And we can move that around while it's still wet. And then just roll with a cotton bud. That just gets rid of all the air bubbles. Just a bit more decal fix over the top. Let's try with a clean brush. That's better. And we'll just let that dry. We'll give that maybe half an hour or so till that's properly dry, and then we'll come back for the next stage. We're going to make this one of the bins filled with rubbish, so where the lid's open and some of the rubbish is spilling out. So we've got a few bits and pieces. We've got a pink bin bag, and we've got some black ones as well. These are 3D printed. I have made them before using rubber bin bags, but it's a bit of a faff, as they say. So we're just going to 3D print them now. It's much simpler. Got bits of cardboard, and this is from just an old bin bag basically, but it just creates a bit of nice texture in there. So we don't want to fill all the way down to the bottom, so we're just going to fill it with offcuts of foam. Let's just cut a few pieces out just to bulk it up a little bit. Don't need as much as that, but anyway. We're just going to super glue that into place. A bit high there, I think we ran over that high. In there. then some bits of card. So no particular method, we're just gonna make it as we go along basically. I'm gonna fill it with rubbish, make it overflowing. And then maybe we'll have the bag here. And then finally fit the lid. It's just going to go on like that. Done. And then the last thing we need to do is we're just going to put some dirt colour in the airbrush and give it a quick weather, and then we're pretty much done. Come back in a sec. So I've got just black in the airbrush, just to dirty up a little bit. And the final colour, this is just a choice of whatever your favourite colour of dirt is. This is hemp. It's just a nice sort of dirty colour. And that's it, we're done. And so there we go. So it's 19 stages to create one of our bins. This is the 00 version. There's also O gauge as well, and there's a few different versions available. This is the field bin, and then this is an O gauge one. This is the one with graffiti on. There's also a plain one, or just a weathered one, just a little bit of a grime around the edges. I'll put a link down to these in the description, so you can pop to the website if you want to order yours already made. We're not offering them as unpainted. They are just a painted version currently. That may change at some point, but at the moment, just going to offer them as a completed model. If you prefer to buy them from eBay, I'll put the link down to eBay as well. That should stay live for a little while. They are just a bit more expensive on eBay, just to point out, because the charges, the costs that eBay impose, we have to sort of uplift it just a little bit. But I prefer if you buy it from the website. Obviously, it's a much nicer experience for us all. And yeah, they're on there, ready and waiting for you now. So thanks for watching this particular the video on making our biffa bins. And hopefully we'll see you very soon again here on Bunters Yard very soon. Bye for now. Have a great day.